Hello friends, welcome to SahuStudies. In this video, we are going to see how sample function works in PySpark. So the question is why we are using sample function in PySpark. It is used to take sample from a large data frame. So suppose you have a millions of records and you want to perform a certain kind of activity on a very small subset of the data. So with the help of a simple function, we create a subset of from a very large data. So that's why we are using sample. It uses seeds to make sure sample contains same record. So whenever we are going to take sample, this seeds plays a very important role. So suppose you want to make sure that a sample which you are going to collect out of a large data set, the number of records or the records which the sample function is generating must be of the same type. Same records are there if you are taking the sample multiple times also. So if you put seed, then suppose in the sample there are 10 records and you are taking the sample multiple times with the same seed, then the records which present in the sample are the same. If the seed will going, if you are changing the seed, maybe the number of records are not there. So seeds plays a very important role. So I will show you how to take the sample from a large data frame and how we are going to use seed to make sure that all the sample which are generated with the help of a same seed contains the same records. In this exercise, what we are going to do, we are creating a data frame with the help of a spark.range. It starts from 101 to 501 and we are taking the sample. This is sample 1, this is sample 2. And how we are taking the sample? We are taking the sample with the help of a sample function. Here it is the fraction of 0.1, means whatever the data it has in the large data frame, this sample function will going to take 0.1% of sample data as a sample from the large data set. And what seeds means? Seeds means that every time if I am going to take the sample, the fraction of 0.1, the records must be same in this data frame. So I am to demonstrate the seeds function, I am taking sample multiple times. Here and here, the seeds is 100. That means all the records which is present in the sample 1 and the sample 2 must be same. Here I am taking the seeds 20. The fraction would be the same, but the number of records will be different from sample 1 and sample 2. And with the help of a display function, I am going to display the content of the data frame which are generating after implementation of sample function. So let's see how it works in Databricks. Let's create a notebook. Name it as sample. Now let's create a data frame with the help of a spark.range function. Let's connect this notebook with our currently running cluster. Spark.range and range starts equal to 101 and end 501. Let's run it. Okay, this is not starts, it starts, so it's a typo, that's why it's giving error. Now this data frame has been created successfully. Let's see the content of it. We can see it's created an ID column and the number of the records is starting from 101 and it ends at 500. So this is the same things we have done with the spark.range. The record starts from 101 and set 501. So 400 records are present in this data frame. Let's see how sample function works. Let's first create one sample. On which data frame we are going to apply the sample function? We are going to apply on this large data frame. Sample. In sample, how many parameters we are passing? We are going to pass the parameter fraction 0.1 and seed. Seed, what we are going to pass is 100. Let's run this data frame. Sorry, this code. This data frame gets created. Let's see the content of this data frame. How many records are there? 37 records are there, right? It starts from 106, 106, 107. So these are the data. These are the simple data which we are getting from this fraction of code. Now let's create another sample. Fraction would be the same and say seeds also same. It's 2. The sample has been created successfully. Let's see the content. We can see the most of the records are same. 106, 107, 124. Here it was set 106, 107, 124. Let's see couple of records from the last 37 is 499, 493, 483. Let's see here also the last records 499, 493, 482. That means if you are going to take sample multiple times from our data set, if you are putting the same, then the record which present in the sample must be the same. So this is the importance of seed function whenever you are going to implement sample function. Let's see. Let's see if you are going to change the seeds, how it will behave. So it will behave in such a way that the data will sample data will be different if you are taking two different seeds. So let's copy this code to save time. Let's change the data frame name and here the seeds, let's make 200. Run it. This sample has been created successfully. Let's display the content. Now see, it is totally different. In ID 102, 126, in here ID 106, 107. So this is a totally different. Let's see at the bottom 498, 491, 469. What was here? 499, 493, 482. So what the changes we have made here? We have just changed the seed value. That's why the sample which is getting from this data frame with the help of this sample function storing in this data frame, the records are totally different. Let's go to the PPT. Thank you. If you like content of my video, then please subscribe my channel, like it, comment on it, press the bell icon to get notification whenever I add videos.